fresh start.
Boy, you can't argue with that. So good to have him back. Thank you for watching, everyone. That's Nightly News for this Friday. I'm Lester Holt. Please take care of yourself and each other. Good night.
I sense an evil, dark presence among us.
Yeah, she's standing right next to you.
Spirits are high with Cheech Marin and Rita Moreno.
Are you my grandma Dolores?
No, I'm Beetlejuice.
And all new Lopez versus Lopez tonight on...
This winter, Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg wants you to unleash the Snow Beast. Win a 2023 Ski-Doo Renegade Enduro snowmobile with an enclosed trailer from Anago Yamaha. Then we'll send you to AJ's Walleye Lodge in the UP for 5 days and 4 nights of serious powder. Earn points, rewards, play, and entries. We'll give it away Saturday, January 28th at 9 p.m. Unleash the Snow Beast at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg.
Tomahawk Monument, when your loved ones deserve the best.
Straight ahead, clearing sidewalks is an important task. We'll have a look at how to stay on top of shoveling. Plus, sudden cardiac arrest is the largest cause of natural deaths in the U.S. We'll explain how learning CPR could save a life. And House Republicans are still at odds about appointing a speaker. We'll have the details as your local news starts right now.
News Watch 12 with Jessica Jukic and Conrad Sapinski.
Good evening and welcome to News Watch 12 at 6. I'm Jessica Jukic. Shoveling snow in northern Wisconsin is something that's unavoidable but necessary. Dave Melvin is Rhinelander's municipal code enforcement officer. It's his job to make sure residents clear sidewalks and keep them safe for pedestrians. This can be difficult when snowplows push snow onto already shoveled sidewalks and driveways.
If they go slow, the plow is basically useless. They have to get it moving so that snow can be thrown. It's designed to be thrown. Unfortunately, that does throw that snow up onto sidewalks.
Following a 2-inch snowfall, renters and homeowners have 24 hours to clear snow from sidewalks. This helps keep sidewalks safe and passable for pedestrians.
We want to make sure the kids stay safe. We want to make sure that the people stay safe, and we want to make sure that some of our aging population up here that still like to get out and walk, that they don't have obstacles to overcome as they try to enjoy the city.
If people run across a property that does not have the snow removed, they can report it to the city's website. Well, Conrad, luckily we haven't had to shovel snow too much this week. What can we expect heading into this weekend?
Yeah, so surprisingly so far we have around 36.9 inches of snowfall. Last year, though, close to 50, so it was a little bit more snowier this time, just pretty much 365 days ago. But yeah, like you said, Jessica, we're actually going to have a pretty dry week outside the next week, I would say. So a good amount of sunshine, but take a look at all these years. Don't sleep on 2018, 2019. 27 inches of snowfall this time in 2019, and that was actually the snowiest winter season on record with over 116 inches of snow. That is insane. Wow. Partly cloudy skies outside right now, though. No snow falling for us, so we're in luck. It's a great start to the weekend. Most of the snow is pretty much in Michigan and starting to taper off, continuing to move east and really dissipating in intensity, but not much going on across America. There is a little bit of snowfall by Denver, very light snowfall. California, though, they're going to get a lot of rain and snow the next week to week and a half, so we're going to be dry and they're going to be very wet. Lots of rainfall and feet of snow. Temperatures are really cooling off right now. We're back to 9 degrees in town. A couple of teens all across the area, but it's getting chilly out there. Temperatures tonight will be in the low to mid single digits. Jessica?
Thank you, Conrad. Wisconsin is cracking down on TikTok. Today, Governor Tony Evers told the Milwaukee TV station he could announce a TikTok ban on state phones as early as next week. Governor Evers says his decision comes after consulting with the FBI and emergency management officials. Wisconsin would be joining at least 18 other states that have prohibited the social media app. TikTok is owned by a Chinese company. The app has been targeted by Republicans who say the Chinese government could access user data, including browsing, history, and location. U.S. stocks surged Friday after a better-than-expected jobs report. The report showed the U.S. economy added another 223,000 jobs in December. Unemployment rate fell to 3.5%. Stocks rallied for most of the day on the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P 500 all closed up more than 2%. Cardiac arrest can happen to anybody, even if you're healthy. But with proper CPR techniques, death can be prevented. According to the CDC, approximately 70 to 90% of individuals who suffer out-of-hospital cardiac arrest die before reaching the hospital. Sean Pillar from Aspirus Medevac says during the episode, the brain ceases and people can become unconscious in seconds.
You need to do CPR to keep all your organs alive, to keep your vital organs alive at least. And without that oxygen moving around, everything dies.
The main symptom is becoming unconscious and unresponsive. Pillar says everyone should learn CPR because you never know when you might need it.
A lot of people think CPR is chest compressions and breathing and can be complicated, but it's not. Worst case scenario, if you don't know what to do, push hard and fast on someone's chest, and that'll be sufficient to help get arrive.
For more information on how to perform CPR, you can visit the American Red Cross website. After more intense negotiations in Washington, there was movement today in the House Speaker standoff. Republican leader Kevin McCarthy winning over some of his opponents within his own party, even though so far not enough. The drama on the House floor comes as Washington pauses to remember the deadly January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol that happened 2 years ago today. NBC's Alice Barr has the latest.
Progress today in the Republican rift holding up the House of Representatives. On day 4 of voting, Republican leader Kevin McCarthy finally winning over a chunk of the far-right members who've been blocking him from becoming House Speaker.
My father always told me one thing: it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
It comes after intense negotiations yielded a series of concessions that water down the Speaker's power. McCarthy allies say it's really about building trust.
That the House is going to be run in a more open, a more transparent, and a more accountable way.
But some hardline opponents remain unmoved. As one spoke against McCarthy today, several fellow Republicans walked out. The scene of political turmoil comes exactly 2 years after a much darker day on this same House floor.
When the violent mob of insurrectionists attacked our Capitol.
Lawmakers remembering the second anniversary of the deadly January 6th assault, when supporters of former President Trump tried to forcefully disrupt the peaceful transfer of power. President Biden awarding medals for defending the Capitol and protecting democracy to police officers as well as election workers and officials who ensured the people's votes were counted.
We honor a remarkable group of Americans who embodied the best before, during, and after January the 6th, 2021.
A day of reflection about the importance of a functioning democracy as Republican infighting in the House stands in the way of doing the work of the American people.
The House will reconvene tonight at 9 p.m. Inflation is still affecting everything from energy prices to the cost of eggs. Coming up after the break, we'll tell you how prices are impacting farmers. That's after weather with Conrad.
It's your last chance to ring in the new year with a new mattress from Furniture and Appliance Mart. Right now, save over $1,300 instantly on Beauty Rest Select mattresses. Or get 5 years no-interest financing on all Purple and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Ending soon at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
Carpet City.
Uh-oh. Did your holiday hosting create a couple extra stains in your carpet? Or do you just need an update for your old flooring? Come to Carpet City Flooring Center and start your year off right with free carpet installation. That's right, free carpet installation. If money is a little tight, Carpet City Flooring Center can help make your project affordable with interest-free financing. Get your free carpet installation today.
Carpet City. Our prices will floor you.
The unknown is not empty. It's a storm that crashes and consumes, replacing thought with worry. But one thing can calm uncertainty. An answer. Uncovered through exploration, teamwork, and innovation. An answer that leads to even more answers. Mayo Clinic. You know where to go.
My accident happened in a second.
My settlement
That's taking a really long time.
If you've been injured in an accident and need money now while your case settles, call Oasis today. We'll work with your attorney, and if you're approved, get you $500 to $100,000 in as little as 24 hours. If you lose your case, you don't have to pay Oasis back, ever. Applying for Oasis Express Cash is easy and takes 3 minutes. Call Oasis now or go online to apply.
It's your last chance to ring in the new year with new styles from Furniture and Appliance Mart. Save up to 85% off furniture. Plus, take an additional 10% off when you spend $2,000 or more. And free platinum delivery. Ending soon at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
And welcome back. It looks like a winter wonderland outside. It's beginning of the year. Can you believe it's our first Friday of 2023? It has finally arrived. We have around 9 inches of snowfall here in town, but take a look just to the north and west. The places here in pink, those are places that have close to 2 feet of snow. So a lot more snow is just north and west of town. We have around 36.9 inches of snowfall to date so far. Take a look at last year, though. Remember how snowy it was? This time, just last year, 49.3 inches of snowfall. It's not over yet, though. We could still catch up. Look at 2018, 2019. 27 inches this time 5 years ago. Whole different story at the end, though. Look at that. They had a record-breaking 116.3 inches of snowfall at the end of the season. The snowiest February on record, bringing 68 to 70 inches of snowfall throughout pretty much that month. So it was very snowy. It's not over yet, snow lovers. We could still have our snowiest winter on record. Yes, you heard that right. We still have several months ahead of us. Partly cloudy skies out there right now. No snow falling from the sky, so we will not be adding to our snowfall totals as that low-pressure system continues to move out of the region. Now it's pretty much hovering in the northeast. Right now it's in Maine, and it's going to continue to move offshore. Take a look at the rest of the United States. Not much going on the western part of the coast of the United States. We're actually going to get a lot of rain and snow in the mountains. It's going to be round after round after round of precipitation, but most of that's going to stay just a little bit south of us as the jet stream is a lot lower than what it is usually this time of year. But like I said, the next several days we're actually going to be pretty clear. Good amount of sunshine will be in the area. And then looking at Wednesday into Thursday, that's when more clouds start to roll in. Another low-pressure system will be in the area. This one's going to be just a little bit south of Chicago area. That means on the northern end, we'll get a little bit of snowfall. But overall, this does look like it's going to be a pretty light low-pressure system so far. It is still 6 to 7 days away, so things could change any minute. But as of right now, it does look like it's going to be a pretty weak low-pressure system just south of Chicago. Overall temperatures, though, are pretty mild across America. The East Coast is in on some 40s and 50s, and then even down in Florida, they are back to normal. If you're vacationing in Florida, then definitely some beach weather up there, and not so much here in town, but still some near average temperatures to slightly above average temperatures will be with us the next week. Jet stream, most of that colder air, that really cold Arctic air will be in Canada, indicated here in the purple colors, those darker purple colors, all the way up north in Canada. That's that really cold winter air is going to be mostly sticking around just up north. But hey, Sunday, you know, it's a big day out there. Packers will be playing the Lions at 7:20 p.m. Big day. Go big or go home. That is exactly what that day is going to be. Pretty nice weather out there, partly to mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures around 26 degrees with a light breeze out there. So it's going to be a nice day for kickoff on Sunday. Tonight, different story. It's going to be a bit chilly outside. Partly cloudy skies. Some fog will be developing overnight with those cold temperatures. Our 7-day outlook brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress does show a pretty nice looking week. Besides Wednesday into Thursday, more chances of snow showers. Temperatures will still be above average in those mid to even upper 20s. Jessica?
Thank you, Conrad. It's a big weekend for outdoor activities in Lang Lake County. Tomorrow, the Kettle Bowl Ski Hill and Cross Country Trails are opening at noon. There are a few changes at Kettle Bowl this year. They had to raise their prices this season. It now costs $5 for lift tickets for anyone under 18 years old and $10 for adults. Anago Ski is now renting space inside the chalet. Gear rentals cost $20, and they have ski and snowboard rentals available. They can only accept cash and have no ATMs on site and do not have sledding or tubing. Meanwhile, the northern unit Zone A of the Langlade County Snowmobile Trail opens tomorrow morning. The Langlade County Tourism website says volunteers with Langlade County Snowmobile Clubs have been grooming the trails. They say all lake and river trails are still considered unsafe. UTVs are also not allowed on the Langlade County Snowmobile Trail system because they're too heavy. The ATV trails will be opening on January 17th. Right now, trails between intersections 49 and 58 and intersections 21B and 22B will remain closed until further notice. The cost of food continues to be a sticker shock. Case in point, eggs, which the Bureau of Labor Statistics say have jumped in price nearly 50% since this time last year. Chicken farmers say the demand for eggs has been growing for years, but they're still playing catch up for many reasons. Jennifer Hoff reports.
For 150 years,
it's in your blood.
Jeff Schaefer's family has farmed 900 acres.
It's not a job if you enjoy it.
A job that's old hat, but now with a new twist.
We started back in 2013 with chickens. I bought 25 of them off of a whim.
Schaefer now has 1,100 chickens. A business that's booming, forcing farmers to catch up. And to know why dates back to about 2018.
We're on like a 5-year lull where the demand is so high, but the actual market hasn't caught up to that. So egg numbers in general in the U.S. are still lower than what demand is meeting prior to COVID. So COVID kind of threw another curveball into that.
Add in ensuing work shortages and supply chain issues, followed by inflation and the bird flu. 2 more problems, pushing egg prices to an all-time high.
The feed. That's the biggest thing.
It's up, Schaefer says, some 10 cents since soybean prices skyrocketed, the main ingredient in chicken feed. While that disease has killed about 50 million hens since early last year, and if farmers lose a flock, it takes a long time to rebuild.
It's going to take at least 18 weeks for himself or another producer to raise that chick from day old to 18 weeks where it's going to start producing an egg. And then from there, it's another 12 months before they really see the effects of the eggs from the chicken.
A chicken lays an egg about once a day, but by the time it's 2 years old, it already starts to slow down and isn't as profitable.
So the first year of our chickens' lives, they'll lay 340 to 350 eggs in a year. The second year of that life, it might only lay 300. The third year, we might be down to 200, maybe 250.
Schaefer has some eggs for sale right now on the farm from inside a fridge.
Chickens, duck eggs, jumbos, regulars, mediums, whatever you want, it's in there.
And at prices rarely seen at grocery stores, it's no wonder he sells up to 60 dozen a week.
Every time I go to the grocery store, I got to go past the milk and the egg section just to see what they cost. So seeing $4, $5, $6, $7 eggs in the store for the regular white ones is really hurtful. It's going to take some time for this thing to kind of settle itself out.
New opportunities are opening up for students looking for higher education. After the break, we'll tell you how MATC is helping low-income families.
See the exceptional selection of jewelry at Golden Carat Jewelers. Artistic handmade jewelry by Michu and Bella Trois. Fashion-forward designs by Mira T. and Frederick Sage. The latest trends and the forever classics from Facet Barcelona, Catan, and more. Your full-service jewelry store in downtown Minocqua, Golden Carat Jewelers has a surprise for everyone.
Eagle Floor Covering in Eagle River, locally owned and operated for over 2 decades. With over 40 years of combined quality sales and service experience, we can help you find the right floor for your lifestyle and budget.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
Winter is here, which means it's time to get your home ready for anything the season will throw at you. Menards has everything you need to stay productive during the winter. Whether you're trying to keep up with the snow, save on energy, or warm up by the fire, trust the team that's dedicated to service and quality to help you make the most of your winter. Whether it's inside, or out. Grab this 18-inch snow shovel pusher combo for just $11.99.
Save big money at Menards.
Newswatch 12's Dan Hagan, Jessica Jukic, and meteorologist Jeff Weller bring you the news and weather of the North Woods. Alongside the Newswatch 12 team, they are committed to the community and ensuring the local stories make headlines. The Newswatch 12 team works hard to deliver the most important news from where you live, as well as local weather reports. Watch Dan, Jessica, and Jeff weeknights on WJFW NBC 12.
Attention Medicare customers with diabetes. Now you can stop the painful pricking of your fingers with a continuous glucose monitor, and they're covered by Medicare if you qualify. Call right now for free information.
Weather Watch 12 with Devin Biggs, 5 to 7 a.m. This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Slumberland.
For the first time ever, Milwaukee Area Technical College is offering students from low-income households the chance to attend school for free. A $5 million pledge from Milwaukee businessman Joe Chakota and his wife Ellen is the foundation of Ellen and Joe Chakota Scholarship Program at MATC. The couple will offer 2-to-1 match for additional donations to the effort. MATC officials hope to raise a total of $7.5 million. Current students and those enrolled for the spring semester with at least a 2.0 GPA who live in households with income below poverty level guidelines have until the end of Friday to apply for the scholarship. The scholarship program provides up to 18 months of funding for students enrolled in 90 short-term degree and certificate programs. We'll have one final check of the forecast after the break, but first, here's the winner for this season's Big Old Fish.
Newswatch 12's Big Old Fish is brought to you by Kurt's Island Sports Shop in Minocqua. They're both marvelous. What do you call a fish wearing a necktie? Sophisticated. Sorry, guys. I was told to keep it sophisticated this week because we are announcing this season's winner for Big Old Fish. And this season's winner for Big Old Fish is Bradley Nawara from Riverside, Illinois. So let me be the first to congratulate you, Bradley. That was one big old fish. Way to go, and keep on reeling them in. And I'd like to take a second to thank all of you for sending in your submissions this season. It truly is a fun segment to put together, especially seeing all the smiling faces in the photos after catching these big old fish. What's even more gratifying is seeing the photos parents have sent in of their children who've discovered fishing and reeled in their own big old fish. Brings back a lot of good memories from my childhood. Well, with all of that said, I hope you've all enjoyed the segment this season. And after reeling them in, I hope you continue to send them on into us. Till next season, be happy, be well, and keep on reeling them in. All right, fishermen and women, make sure to keep those trophy pictures coming. All the information you need to be in a future episode of Big Old Fish and win a Norling Taxidermy Fish Mill is on our website, WJFW.com. And remember, anglers, fish on.
I sense an evil, dark presence among us.
Yeah, she's standing right next to you.
Spirits are high with Cheech Marin and Rita Moreno.
Are you my Grandma Dolores?
No, I'm Beetlejuice.
And all new Lopez versus Lopez tonight on NBC.
Running the show takes everything you got. How would you like to be a part of something special?
Baby oil, baby powder, and beer.
Get wet, get dry, get loaded. New Young Rock tonight on NBC.
Moments of life are special, and suffering from diabetes should not get in the way. U.S. Med's mission is to find ways to make your diabetes more manageable and more comfortable. You deserve to enjoy life without the constant reminder of living with diabetes. If you monitor with 4 or more tests per day, inject insulin 3 or more times per day, or use an insulin pump, you may qualify to receive a continuous glucose monitor, the latest in diabetes technology. A continuous glucose monitor provides blood sugar readings without uncomfortable finger sticks and alerts you real time to potentially harmful spikes in your blood sugar levels. U.S. Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurance companies. If you're a caretaker for someone who suffers from diabetes or have diabetes yourself and meet these conditions, please call our diabetic specialist now to see if you qualify for your continuous glucose monitor.
If you're living with diabetes and using insulin, you know the pain of pricking your fingers over and over again. By wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you can reduce the pain of pricking your fingers right away. If you're testing your blood sugar 4 more times per day, injecting insulin 3 or more times per day, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetic Health Hotline today and learn about the latest CGM technology. Not only can a CGM immediately reduce pain, it's accurate, easy to use, and helps you make better diabetes treatment decisions. And if you have Medicare, you can get a new CGM at little or no out-of-pocket cost. We'll also provide free shipping of your new CGM, and we'll bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 4 more times per day and injecting insulin 3 or more times per day, or using an insulin pump, call now and learn how to receive your new continuous glucose monitor at little or no out-of-pocket cost.
And what a way to start out 2023 with a good amount of snowfall out there. 9 inches of snow here in the Northwoods, a lot more the more north and west you go of town, where some places closer to pretty much a Lake Superior have around 2 feet of snow. So a good amount of snowfall is still in the area, as pretty much the rest of the United States is pretty calm right now. That low pressure system that was in the area a couple days ago is now long gone. Overall, though, California is next with a lot of rainfall and snow in the mountains. Temperatures, though, those warmer temperatures are starting to rise up the coast, and temperatures will be slightly above average the rest of the week, but enjoy the sunshine while it lasts.
I'll definitely enjoy it this weekend.
Same
Thank
here.
you, Conrad. That's all the time we have. We'll see you at 10.
Mr. Food Test Kitchen is brought to you by Golden Carrot Jewelers and Creative Kitchen and Bath Studio.
All this week, we've been looking at